Hi there. Welcome to Feel Empowered Every Day. I'm Elle Hart, and I wanted to take you through what it would be like to have a Compass consultation done with me. So first of all, we have a quick conversation to make sure that you understand what I offer and you can ask me any questions or I can find out information about you, whatever you would like to share. Then moving forward, I will send you a code to go online and take the assessment known as the Clifton Strengths Assessment. This is done through Gallup. You simply just go to the link I provide you, enter the code, answer the questions. It takes about 45 minutes to complete. You have about 20 seconds per question, so no overthinking or analyzing. There's no right or wrong answers to this, and there's no good or bad in your results. It's just shows you how you do things best for you and those around you. There are 34 traits everybody possesses, and that's what makes us alike with one another, and it helps us feel connected to one another. But we all use each of those traits in a different way, sometimes drastically different, sometimes a little bit different, but we all have our unique way of using each of those traits. So what the assessment does is it ranks them in order of 1 to 34 as to how you use them best, and then the ones at the bottom that don't serve you very well at all. So what I do is I take those results and I go through your top 10 and your bottom 5, and I give you a definition of each and a vocabulary and sort of your roadmap. But what I do different than the information you'll get from Gallup is I take into account before I describe to you what that strength really shows up in your personal daily life. The way that I present it to you is dependent upon what other strengths are around it. It's not just a cookie cutter plug and play definition for each one. So it's personalized completely just to you. And I don't have to know anything about you or what's going on in your life to be able to give you this information. So the other thing that is very important to keep in mind is the name of the strength. Don't get caught up in the name of it. There's a lot more to it and a lot more to the way that it shows up for you than the name. So be very careful of doing that. That can get you into some trouble as we go on into the self-intelligence process with it. So what this information provides you is an unbiased look at it gives you a detailed, very like I said, unbiased, objective look at your self-awareness in terms of how you do things best. We tend to look at ourselves through lenses that are tainted with previous experiences and judgments and opinions of others and things that may have let us down or whatever it might be that clouds our way of being able to see ourselves. So what I do is I bring clarity to you and how you do things best in a way that you can be authentic. And then that's the foundation, okay, of the self-intelligence framework that I've created, which is self-awareness, self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-embracement, self-management, and self-empowerment. So this information from the assessment gives you that unbiased self-awareness. What I do is I provide you the self-understanding that comes with it in a way that you can dive deeper into it and truly have a really good grasp of what it means for you going forward. And then we talk about your acceptance with those. Do you feel good with what we're talking about? Does it align with you? What areas do maybe you feel like you are uncomfortable showing up that way, but it's really actually authentic to you? So we go through some of that, and then the embracement part. So not only am I going to accept these things about myself, I'm going to learn to love them about who I am. So that way, when I go into managing my behaviors around other people and for myself, I can do it more confidently and show up in a way that is truly me, and take the good, the bad, the ugly that comes with it. And we talk about the bridges and the tunnels to each one of the strengths, and the red flags that might show up with it, and how to deal with those, because life is life. We can have this all picture perfect on paper, but let's face it, things are going to come into our life that are going to throw a wrench into it. And this way we can work through how to lean into those strengths so that they serve us best. And that's what leads you into the self-empowerment piece of it. So there's the framework. So what happens is I take the top page from the results that you're going to get, which look like this. And this is the ranking of all 34 of the traits. And I provide you with a digital copy of the notes that I create. We talk about the dominant domains, which each one of the traits fall into one of the 4. And then I go through each one of the top 10 and bottom 5 in order to give you those, that vocabulary and those personalized definitions, and like I said, roadmap of how to go about it. Then I provide you with a write-up of who you are and how you do things best, in terms of not just this strength, this strength, this strength, but okay, what does that really mean when I'm like actually dealing with something in life, and how does that look for me? So I give you a write-up on that as well. If we do the meeting on Zoom, you get a copy of the recording so that you can go back and reference those as well. I also then put you into a monthly strengths training challenge that I send out via email. And this helps keep your strengths top of mind. It helps you apply them into real everyday situations, because the more, it's nice to find this information out. But if you just, okay, that, yes, all makes sense. Sounds great. Awesome. And then you go on and you start going about your days and dealing with struggles and changes and things that are coming up your way, and you don't lean into this information, then you're wasting your time and your money. So you want to keep them top of mind. You want to be mindful of how you're applying them and how they're showing up for you and how they're benefiting you and everyone around you by leaning in and using this information that you're gaining. So those monthly trainings help keep that going in the forefront of your mind. But then what's really important is I offer also follow-up consultations in terms of reminder sessions, or if you have a particular thing that's going on and you're like, okay, wait a minute, I'm stressed. What do I need to be doing that plays into my strengths better in terms of dealing with this? So I have follow-up session packages available as well. So that's sort of the overview of what you will get with a Compass consultation. So I look forward to working with you and going through your strengths.